Well, good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight here on Primetime Sports. I know the Rams season's over, but I'll tell you what, we're still going to talk football here. To my right, we have Greg Moore, also known as Chief. Glad you could join us here on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, first of all, St. Louis Bulldogs. They've been around a long time here in the St. Louis area. For the people who don't know about this team, talk to us a little bit about the background.
Well, the team was started in 1993 as an offshoot of another minor league semi-pro type organization by a gentleman named Lee Brown. Lee Brown currently is one of the offensive coordinators for Hazelwood East High School right now with Mike Jones over there. I got to the team in 1994, came on board and had a number of different roles on the team. And in 98, took over the head coaching duties for the organization. At the same time, I was a general manager. And we've been rolling ever since. The team is a conglomerate of a number of different guys all over the St. Louis region. High school, college guys who play in arena football, guys who've been in NFL camps, Canadian League camps, world football, just a conglomerate of different athletes.
When you look at the team itself, with bringing so many different people together like what you're talking about, is it hard to get everybody on the same page because some people are in different parts of their career? Some are maybe winding up, some are just starting with a lot of ambition.
Absolutely. It's a tough challenge when you have 50, 60 team members and guys from different walks of life, different programs. Some guys never been in a program. And then you get guys who come out that want to try their hand at that level of football and never played the game before. So it's a really tough challenge. It's a challenge to get all those guys on the same page over the course of 12 weeks, and then you play a game.
Now, I guess when people come to the team, are they invited to the tryouts, or,
we have an
open tryout?
We have an open tryout. This year's open tryout for 210 is March 20th and 21st. We haven't named the location yet. We move it around year to year. They come out and go through an NFL-style combine camp, and then we select the best of the best. And every year we're looking for anywhere from 10 to 15 guys to just augment the previous team.
Now, with this commitment that you make to this team, is it traveling every weekend, practicing multiple nights? Because a lot of people just want to come out and be the star on the weekend.
We practice 2 nights a week, and then we travel not every weekend, but every other weekend we're going somewhere, anywhere from 5 hours or less. And we don't travel by bus.
What about practice schedules during the week?
Normally in the evening, 6 to 7, 6:30, 8:30, a couple hours a week. Every now and then in the off season, we'll get together on the weekends just to get the guys loose. And then we condition. Like this time of year, conditioning.
With the team, as far as a feeder system, where were the players once they play for you? Talk to us about some of the players that have moved on to different ranks.
Mainly, majority of players have gone to the indoor arena leagues. We've got guys who've gone to Arena 1, Arena 2. The past team we had in St. Louis, the River City Rage. And I would say majority of the guys over the years have gone there. Then from there they move on to maybe the Canadian League or the NFL or even the European leagues.
What's it make you feel like to know that you had a hand in so many of these players kind of moving to that next level?
Well, it's a real thrill to know that you help mold and develop those guys to go to the next level. Yeah.
With the players coming with so many different, like you said, some players have never played before. Some play in different schemes in their high schools and colleges. Is it hard to get them all on that same page, like we talked about before, in that 12-week span before you play?
Right. We kind of go back to the basics, and then we move from the basics, and we take it because we got guys on different levels, and it's sometimes hard because everybody's not as patient. Even as players, not as patient. That guy should know it. Well, he don't always know it. So we got to walk them through it. And then you break it down by segments. So we get the O-line working together, you get your specialties working together, and then we come together. Yeah.
What about pay for these guys? I know in a lot of the other leagues there's minimal pay and then there's a lot of pay. What about the Bulldogs?
These guys play for the love of the game. Their biggest opportunity is to play at this level, develop that game film so they can move to the next level. And a lot of times the NFL coaches and coaches from Canadian football, they want to see game film on these guys, not highlight tape. They want to see game film. And guys can't just be in the gym working out. They need to be playing football if they expect to go try out for somebody's team.
Now, if I asked the players if they were sitting here or they were in the other room, what would they say about you as a as a coach? Are you hard-nosed in their face, or are you pretty laid back, relaxed?
Pretty laid back, but they know that I expect them to be committed and dedicated to what we're doing. They know I don't accept a lot of excuses on the field. And they know I mean business. And they know I know my business, so they perform. They perform.
Now, you working a regular job, how much time do you put into the Bulldogs? Because I know coaching, and I know how passionate you are about this. Is this the other 80 hours a week that you have to dedicate towards this?
Absolutely. We finished playing this past season in October, and from that day till today, I'm still working on the 210 season.
Are you more of an offensive-minded type guy or a defensive-minded coach?
I love the offense, but I'm a defensive-minded coach. Our defense over the years has been solid. But when that offense starts to flutter, I'm on that offensive side making sure we put the points up we need to do.
And you being in the coaching ranks for so long, I'm going to throw out a couple of questions here because I know the viewers out there would love to know your take on this. You look at the Rams right now in the predicament that they're in, and who do you take in the draft? Do you take an offensive player or do you take the best player, which is probably a defensive lineman right now?
I would take the best player, the defensive lineman, because it starts with the defense. If you can shut the team down, then you're always in the game. But if you have no defense, you're always playing catch-up. So I would start defensively first to stop teams from scoring. And then hopefully, look at the Baltimore Ravens. Years ago, they had the best defense. Now the offense have caught up with the defense, and now they have a good team. And so I would start defensive first. I'd take the defensive guy.
As you kind of analyze this, because I know you probably watch the games on Sunday and pull this together, what would you say about this team? Does it need a complete overhaul, or do we have specific positions that are pretty solid right now that we can build over?
You have positions that's solid. Speaking of the Rams,
yeah.
You have positions that's solid, but you need those one or two key players to plug in the gaps. Last year the team was hurt offensively, receiver-wise. They brought in different players, but they didn't bring in an impact player. And so it's going to take a year or two to get those guys all together on the same page. Same like the Bulldog. When we have a turnover, it takes us I'm always telling the guys in minor league football, we're rebuilding. And they say, sure you are, but we're always rebuilding. You lose guys, and you bring another nucleus of guys, and then you got to start over. The one year we lost 8 starters to the indoor football team, so we had to start over, really start over. And so each year you rebuild and rebuild and rebuild, and you try to get an impact player, plug in.
Now, I know that's probably a double-edged sword for you because, yes, you want to see these guys move on to the next level and make something of themselves, maybe go to the NFL. But then again, when they do that, they're hurting your daily squad with the Bulldogs.
But the ultimate goal is to prepare these guys to move on to the next level, if it's football or just life in general. And we do more than just football on the team. We build character. We expect expectations of these guys is to be faithful, a family person, make sure they work a job or stay in school, and then we play football. That's how we look at things.